Hello, I'm going to be going over how to start an animal rescue, specifically for the state of Michigan, and how to continue being successful in the long run. We are going to go over several things such as legalities, 501(c)(3) status, establishing community, and at least starting to continue the growth of your organization. So how to start a rescue, a lot of this can be found already on the Best Friend Animal Society website, but this is what they had listed. Everything except for the EIN and LARA approval was already on the Best Friend Animal website. Um, they recommend researching, planning, getting your mission statement, which is why you're doing the rescue, and set your goals, setting up a board of directors, getting approval through specifically for Michigan, LARA and 501(c)(3) status, getting your accounting system, all these different things that will actually help your rescue in the long run. So first things first is the legalities of everything, such as an employer identification number and being licensed with LARA. So you want to start with the IRS. You want to get your employer identification number. You can do it online. I can't unfortunately show much about that right now because of the fact that the website is down. They are not available during the weekends to be able to show this. However, getting an employer identification number is free of charge. And then you'll want to go over to the LARA website, which is linked here, and make sure that you select the domestic nonprofit corporation so that way you can fill out the first articles of incorporation. Doing that and getting that filed at a standard rate is $20. So from here, I am going to show the LARA and what my personal rescue has gone through, as well as talking a little bit more about the EIN. I am currently on the incorrect page, but now that we're on the right one. So here you'll say here for the nonprofit, you will put the name of what your rescue is going to be called. In this case, I filled in Wild Hunt Rescue. All of this has already been done, so I will show that later. Once it's completed, you'll put out your purpose, which is also known as your mission statement. So this is where having that mission statement was helpful, making sure that you have that in there. You'll want it most often for rescues, say it's a non-stock basis, and then financed under donations and fundraising normally. The form of it being on a directorship, it's very little that you see them form on a membership basis. You'll sit here, you get the incorporators involved and all that. Then you'll sit here, you'll also select to accept that you're going to be an incorporator. And then normally it'll be easier to get it by email. That's my personal preference. And then you'll just submit it for standard review, at which point it's $20 from there. And then after that, it'll sit here and you'll end up getting this lovely letter once everything is done, stating that it is endorsed and it has been approved by the state of Michigan. That at least covers everything for the Michigan side of it. From there, you'll want to get your EIN and all that. Those are free of charge. You would go to the IRS website and they walk over how to do it from there. Going back to this, getting 501(c)(3) status can be done on the IRS website as well. This is the link that you would end up using. You would also want to make sure whether or not that you can do the easy form, which does take less time to fill out, as well as it's quicker to get it back. And then it tells you to go to pay.gov, search which kind of form you need to be filled out, whether it's 1023 or 1023 easy, then pay the required fees and go from there. For the 1023 easy, it's about $275. For the 1023, I believe it's around $500 to $600. You then want to establish your community. Most often, this is done via Facebook by sharing it to groups, creating your page, make sure you create your page, share it to groups, share it to your personal page. Really just get the word out there that you are starting a rescue and you need some help with the community and getting people to follow you so that way you can also help others in other ways. Starting a rescue isn't always easy, unfortunately. There is a lot of money that goes into it, having a lot of time And if you don't have a good support system, it's really not going to sit here and get off the ground as many people want. So make sure you have that good support system. Wild Hunt Rescue is an actual rescue. We are in the process of actually getting everything done. Everything except for 501(c)(3) status has actually been done for Wild Hunt Rescue. It's just with the price of everything currently with the 501(c)(3) status, that's what ends up taking the most time, unfortunately. Um, but it is something that is very real and is still very much actually going to happen. The rescue world is very harsh, but if you persevere through it and have patience and time, really anything can be possible as long as you continue doing it. Some rescues even go as far as having a entire area set up in like a yard or something, so that way they can actually hold animals, similar to what animal control does. But it would still be considered a rescue at that point because of the fact that the person that is owning the rescue actually lives on the property. There's also fosters that get involved and all that sort of stuff. It is a process. It's very time consuming. It's very monetarily consuming, but it's not something that's just going to happen within 5 seconds. Um, a lot of people think it's maybe a money grab, but it's really not. There's a lot that goes into it. So the following are all that are actually involved with this, such as Wild Hunt Rescue, the Best Friends Animal Society, which was what that first page showed, the IRS, and then Laura. I do appreciate your time here, and thank you for at least watching this.